grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, because this is Cardinal Sports Live, and it starts right now. Here at the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, they have a class of inductees each year, men's inductees and women inductees. From the GAA to the WNBA, here is your inductee class of 2019. Tonight we're here at the Fort Wayne Country Club at the 56th annual Red Coat event, where Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly will be presented with the famous red coat tonight. It's game time, and we're going to try something new today. So this game is called Cardinal Celebrations. So I'm going to throw each one of you the football, and you're going to score a Cardinal touchdown. But you're going to show me your Cardinal celebration, and we're going to record it, and we're going to vote on who has the best Cardinal celebration dance. And feel free to comment down below on Facebook on who you think has the best Cardinal celebration. You may be wondering why the geese are so aggressive this time of year. Well, it's peak nesting season. What should you do if you encounter a hostile goose? Slowly back away, using your peripheral vision to help you just in case you bump into any other objects. Or option number 2, turn your back on a goose. But you never really want to turn your back on a hostile situation. It's game time, and we're trying something new once again. It's something fresh, and the only thing that we're missing is the ice. So today we're challenging the Ball State Club hockey team to a shootout.
I'll probably describe my life as a hammer throw. There's been a lot of ups and downs. It's crazy, but you just hold on and you go for the ride and hope for the best. It's back in December, and I just finished a great track meet. Great start to my season. I got very sick, and I try to fight it off myself before I go to the doctor, and I knew I was really sick when I was in a lot of pain and I was crying. I can normally handle pain, so it was scary.
This winter, what Kara Eck thought was a sinus infection ended up being a brain infection, which required an emergency craniotomy.
I was with her when we got the diagnosis in the emergency room from the doctor that she had more than a sinus infection. She had an infection on her brain. It was kind of a whirlwind and a blur from that. It wasn't focusing so much on that as what do we do to get her better.
Watch me climb on the rock.
I was focused on, all right, it's time to get healthy. I have a little girl I need to take care of, and I want to get back to track. And so I kept those as my focus, and it helped.
2 months later, Eck was back at the track and in the classroom, and she was ready to compete again.
It's not something I expected after having surgery. My coaches actually surprised me with it. They nominated without telling me, then came back and told me I was in the top 3 finalists.
She being one of the top 3 was just like kind of mind-blowing. Just shows what kind of person that she is and what her coaches think of her.
My daughter, she's very much an inspiration. I just wanted to show her that anything's possible, and a lot of people like to say I'm bullheaded, which I think helped me. I never told myself I couldn't do it. I just kept fighting through it and tried to stay positive.
I got to see the ups and downs, and most people didn't see that. So to see her, in those lows and how she tackled those challenges and succeeded, it's very satisfying as a father to see that.
Eck has overcome these hurdles to be one of the best athletes to compete at Shrine University, a 12-time national qualifier, the holder of 4 school records, and a 13-time MIAA champion, and a graduate at Shrine University with a degree in elementary education.
Teaching, I know she's going to want to be the best teacher that there is, and she's going to put the time in to ensure that she reaches that goal.
The future is I got a job teaching at Waterloo Elementary and special ed 4-5, and I'm going to help coach the throwers up at Shrine this next year. So hopefully I can get someone going, take after me. Batman!
Batman!
Honestly, I could say it's been the best and the worst year of my life. I mean, when you find out your son has cancer, there's just nothing ever prepares you for that.
All superheroes have their villain they are battling, and Christian's battle is a rare form of brain cancer.
Definitely not giving up the fight. No, we're still holding out for our miracle.
Just like Christian, superhero Batman knows how to put up a fight. So to honor Christian, the Cape Crusader landed at Albany Elementary School to hang out with his new sidekick. And he came to teach students 4 tips for life. Never give up, treat people right, help other people, and never be a bully. Batman might be Gotham's superhero, but in Albany, Indiana, that title belongs to Christian.
Oh, I think it inspired a lot of kids here today. I think, hearing his message and everything that he had to say, I really think it's going to have a good impact for the school.
Even though Batman flew to town for her brother, Christian's twin sister, Grace, was beaming with joy.
Christian has been through so much, and that he's still here today, it made me feel really happy.
And when things get hard to battle by himself, Christian turns to his favorite sidekick.
God.
Why God?
Because he helps everyone.
Christian's teacher, Ashley Olsterholt, says he's clearly picked up the superpower of helping others.
Loves them all. We actually just got a new student last Monday, and the first day he wanted to go up and give him a hug. That's just kind of the student and person that he is. I think he will have a huge legacy. Everything that they've done for him, that since he's got the cancer or whatever, and just the way he treats people, I think that's what they're going to remember about Christian.
And he ended the day by treating Batman to his version of a legendary tune. In Albany, Alicia Barnachea, Newslink, Indiana.
Lost the wheel and Joker got away. Isn't that right?
Yep.
I don't care.
Batman does not smell.
The Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame is a hidden gem in the town of Newcastle.
And opened here in 1990, basically because of community support, great community passion for the sport, and a true desire to be the home of Indiana basketball and its museum. That responsibility is to maintain a facility that showcases our pride in the sport, our success in the sport, and the greats of our sport, but in doing so in a way that represents the entire state, just not particularly the town we're located or the town I'm from or anything like that. As I said, I really think it's a caretaker responsibility more than just a 9-to-5 job. Indiana has a unique basketball heritage and legacy, and that makes this a special place. Other states that just don't have that tradition in the sport can't stack up. And to have a facility dedicated to basketball in Indiana, I think truly showcases how important it's been in our state's culture and in our state's history. And I don't think any other state has anything that comes close to this, quite honestly.
In the basement, Don Chambers works hard to preserve the history, which is so near and dear to many Hoosiers.
Well, you saw I work down there. I file pictures. I take care of those big, the Hall of Fame books, the Silver Anniversary books, the individual books, the All-Star Team books, the magazines, scrap books, score books. Anything that needs to be filed, and all that odd shaped stuff that comes in, banners, large pictures of people, scrapbooks, everything that comes in that room, I try to find a place to put it.
Donna spent hours at the Hall of Fame, but this is not his 9-to-5 job. He's just one of the 65 volunteers. The executive director, Chris May, wouldn't be able to preserve all the history here without the help of the volunteers.
Well, the volunteers are irreplaceable. They're special people. Many of them are great basketball fans and have their own histories with the game. Don Chambers has a unique part in our organization and a unique part in Indiana basketball history. The hours he has volunteered here are remarkable. He has amassed thousands of volunteer hours, and he's a behind-the-scenes worker who's helped us in archiving and cataloging and storage. And frankly, he's a guy that I go to find out, where is this, or do we have this? He's a great mind who's helped us immensely and doesn't get enough credit for his volunteerism here at the Hall of Fame.
So, how does one fall in love with the game of basketball?
I've always been a part of it through my parents and their interests, watching games on television, attending games in person, and it's hard to grow up in that atmosphere and not become consumed by it. And I think I, probably just more than most others, eat and breathed and slept basketball, and it became a huge part of my identity.
Don, now he had to work to get his hands on the ball.
Well, I lived about a block and a half from the high school gym, and when I was in grade school, why, I used to go down and watch basketball practice. And my parents didn't have any money, so to get into the basketball games, why, me and a couple other boys, sometimes we'd go stand by the door. Somebody would come along and have an extra ticket. But I used to sweep floors to get into the basketball games.
Soon after sweeping the floors, Don was out on the floor competing. He's even in the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame Museum.
He was a member of the state championship team from Shelbyville in 1947. His picture is here in the museum as part of a state championship team.
Do you ever, like when you pass your team photo, does it ever feel weird to you that you're seeing yourself there?
I don't know, not really, I guess.
Have you just gotten used to it?
Yeah, basketball nowadays is not like it was back when I was in school. Now there's our picture, right here.
So, why does Don spend thousands of hours in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I don't know, it's just something I take some enjoyment out of doing. Now, somebody has to do it, I guess. I got started and nobody wanted to step in and do anything to take my place, so I guess I'm here until I die.